Hey guys, this is Ray with Easy Photo Booth talking to you about hashtag printer station. There are two types of hashtag printer station that we offer here at Easy Photo Booth. One is an aluminum hashtag printer station and another one is a road case style printer station. Both has the same concept. There are no difference between the other than the cosmetic look of it and the size and the weight. Basically it's what you see right here in front of you in this camera. Now, let's talk about the aluminum first. I want to discuss a few things with you. Number one, I want to talk about the size of both, the difference between the sizes, the weight of each one, and what it consists of. Then we're going to discuss how it works, because I think it's important that you guys understand how this whole thing works. What type of event it is for, why we created the printer station, why it's necessary, and basically where to find it. Where to find it is from our company, easyphotobooths.com. But let's start back at the very beginning. Let's talk about the size. I think it's pretty apparent the size of these two shells are one is smaller than the other. The aluminum is only 17 inches by 15 inches deep going this way, and it's only 12 inches in height. This road case style is 22¼ inches to be exact. That's left to right, and then the front to back is 16�3/8 inches and 16¼ inches tall. The weight of the aluminum, you're looking at 14 pounds, and then as far as the road case, you're looking at about 20 pounds. So there's a significant amount of difference in terms of the weight. And this is when we're talking about an empty shell. Right now we're discussing empty shell. Now, the one cool thing about the aluminum printer station that I like is that it's small, it's sleek, it's elegant, it's white, it blends in. The backdrop right here that we have, it's a white backdrop. As you can see, it blends in pretty nice and neatly. This aluminum hashtag printer station, currently we only have it for a DS40, but we're not shy about making another aluminum printer shell to fit your DNP RX1. But we just need numbers for now. We need people to to understand that these aluminum products that we have is not that easy to make versus the road case. You guys can order a road case from us right now, and I can bang this one out within a matter of 1 or 2 days. That's pretty easy to do. We can order the plywood, laminate it, cut the aluminum, route it. These are pretty simple. It's pretty cut and dry. It really depends on the amount of orders that we have, but it's pretty easy. Now, aluminum, we get a lot of requests, people saying, hey, you know what? I got a special request for my hashtag printer. Can you do it this way? Sure, we can. What are we talking about as far as quantity? It's a little bit more intricate, when it comes down to aluminum rather than road case. The aluminum, just to walk you through a quick process of how we do it, it starts off with just an aluminum sheeting. Then we pull it, we run it through our laser cutting machines. But before we can even run it in our laser cutting machines, the engineers have to work on the designs. They got to work on it, draw it, plug in the numbers, work out the designs with you. It's pretty intricate. Once it goes to the laser machines, the laser cutting machine cuts it precisely right here. All of it. These are all by sheets. It's cut. Once it's done from the laser machine, it comes out. Then we polish it. After polishing it, we bend it. After we bend it, we weld it. And then comes the grinding. After it's welded, the grinding part is probably the most tedious and the most work that we have to create, because all of these weld right here, they once it's welded, there's excessive welding, and when we got to grind that, and those are all done manual. And then once it's done being welded, being grinded, we polish it again. And then we send it off to a powder coating company, which we have no control because we're using a third party. Now, as far as the powder coating is concerned, again, to their company, it's a first come, first served basis. We get it back within 3 or maybe 4 days, depending on how soon they get it. And then comes back to us, powder coated. And we wrap it, put it into the box, and then, have it ready in our racks. and we distribute these throughout our dealer network. So you can easily find these at our dealers. So just a quick overview on how much work is involved to create the aluminum. So just in case you're thinking of your own design, understand that we don't mind doing it, but there is a minimum order of 10 of each hashtag printer station. Well, on any photo booth, again, you know, Easy Photo Booth is known by a manufacturing custom road cases photo booth and custom aluminum photo booth. We can do anything you want. Problem is, we're looking at minimum orders. So keep that in mind. Now, the aluminum printer station, we have it so it's vented. This particular aluminum station is designed to fit the Surface Pro 3. It has a ratchet rail, so you're able to angle it down, up, and down, depending on the angles that you want. This particular aluminum printing station fits a DS40. It's the DMP DS40. This piece right here comes off. You have to take out, I basically just put in a generic bolt right here, but there's a real screw that comes in. I did it for sample purposes. Your DS40 fits in here, it slides in here. Obviously, I'm showing you the back because at the back end of this printer station, the reason why I know it's the back and it's not the front is because we put in a power strip in here where you can, let me put it closer. Right there is where you can put in your power strip. You basically lay your power strip in here, and then you put a zip tie, and you slide it in here, and you round it off, and that'll keep your power strip secured. Here, let's take this guy out so you can see it completely. It's very simple. When you get it, you guys are pretty much gonna get it without these covers. You're gonna have to put these covers yourself. So this is the actual front. Each one of these covers has a little threaded hole which you can put and then mount your own screws. So this particular cover goes on the front where your DS40 comes out. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the Sinfonia CS2 also fits in here. You may be able to fit the Mitsubishi as well because they're all pretty much the same height. So with that being said, this aluminum printer fits the Microsoft Surface Pro 3. It also may fit, I know it fits the DS40 because that's what we made it for, but it also may fit your Sinfonia CS2 and your Mitsubishi. It's vented out, so just in case you need to vent out the printer, because you know sometimes they do get hot, you always have these safety net. And just to show you the back, this is how it looks like. This is where the ratchet rails go, so you're able to tilt it up, you know, angled. This has a cover, so when your Surface Pro 3 sits up here, you got all this bracket right here, so it's nice and snug. And then, you know, there's a cover that sits, that goes inside this bolts right here, and then you tighten it up, and it's nice and secured. There is a cable hole right here, located right here, where you can run your cables for your printer. And I personally like this aluminum printer station. I can set that anywhere in a table, on a party, or on an event. Put a nice little sign up here that says print your pictures, or hashtag your pictures in here and print it. It's nice and clean. But that's my honest opinion. That's for me. One thing that a lot of people like is the road case style printer station. Like I said, this road case, looking at this, it weighs 14 pounds, that's what I've mentioned. So if you add the Surface Pro 3 and the DS40, you could kind of figure out what the total weight would be. And then I wanted to talk to you about the software that is used for both, just the aluminum and the road case style. We use Social Booth. Social Booth, I believe, is the only software that can allow you to hashtag your pictures and send it to your, to the monitor. So let's talk about the road case, then we'll discuss, why we made it. The road case, you're looking at the same thing, except this has a lid that comes off. So what do you do with the lid? Go figure. I don't know. It's up to you. I can easily put the lid underneath right here. So that serves as a table. That's if you're working with tube. And I'll put that on top. So I wouldn't know where to put it, so I put it underneath, elevate the height. It's the same concept. Oh, let's twist this around right here. Now this right here has a cable that comes out in here. This is where your cable, your extension cable comes in when you're doing it. But I did it wrong again. I did it wrong. So basically what you have is this. It angles down. It's got a ratchet rails. This particular one has a strap on each one. What we've started to do is we've started to create a little bit more better in terms of securing your monitor in here. The monitor that fits on this hashtag printer is the Dell XPS 18. So it's secured in here. But we made it so that we can easily knock this piece out, the front face of it, and replace it with a different type of cutout right here. Again, we were talking about the road case. It's a lot easier for us to make that rather than the aluminum. We also use the social booth software for this particular thing. Now, with the interior of it, as you can see, it's just hollow. So the way this thing works, unlike the aluminum hashtag printer station where it slides in on the side, this actually, you slide, well, you put your printer, you tilt this all the way to the top like that, and you put your printer inside this way. Now, this type of case is universal to fit your DNP RX1, your DS40. A majority of the printers that's out there, you can fit it. And then as far as the face is concerned, like I said, we made it so it's easily replaced. So if you had a different type of monitor, we can do that for a little bit of extra fee. But this is in stock. What's in stock is to fit the Dell XPS 18. If you wanted to keep it nice and clean, you can also put a little carpet covered on top so nobody can see the printer. But I would suggest to leave it open because it does get hot. We need to vent that out, and that's the only vents that you can have it. The front of this hashtag printer has this trapdoor where you open it, and voila, that's pretty much how it looks. You got this opening right here. If your DNP RX1 is sitting in here, you hang your brain dead. The printer catcher right here. So that's pretty much how that works. Okay. It's elevated. You can angle this thing down any size you want. Okay. So far what we've discussed is the size, the weight, what it consists of, and how it works. Let's talk about how it works. Say you're renting out a photo booth to your customers, and your customers happy to say, you know, I'm having this big corporate event. There is going to be 1,000 guests. What do you have for me? You have two options. You can say, I have 2 photo booths I can rent out to you for this price. They may grinch and say, it's a little too pricey for me. Or you can say, I have a photo booth in a hashtag printer station. You can use a combination of both. You can say, I have this price for my photo booth rental, and for a little bit more, you can have the hashtag printer station. How it works is, since you have 1,000 guests into your events, we don't really want to have it clogged, you know, in terms of the line for our photo booth. Those people who don't want to stand and wait for their sessions to take over, They can easily sit in their table, use their cell phone to take pictures with one another, and should they want to go ahead and print that pictures that they've taken from their cell phone, all they got to do is look for the printer station, either this one or this one. I mean, I would advise you to create a sign that says hashtag your pictures here and print it here. So while they're waiting for the photo booth, they can easily hashtag their pictures in here, and they can walk to this printer station, look for their pictures, and the minute they see it, print it, comes out here, they walk back into their table. It's the same concept as the photo booth. Only difference is this is a little bit more discreet. You may find yourself with a long line for this one as well, but at least you're accommodating everybody. So that's the whole reason why we have the printer station. I mean, I think there are printer stations out there that you could use with your iPad. I really think it's pretty funky if you were to come out there with an iPad and just say, for an extra fee, this is what you can do. It just doesn't seem professional. You want something that, the people you're renting it to knows that you spend money on it. You've done it professionally, and it's what you do for a living. So, let's talk about where you can find these printer stations. This printer station is available through our website, www.easybboots.com, or if you're used to easyphotoboots.com, that's fine. You can also find this from many of our dealers. We have dealers in Connecticut, dealers in San Francisco, Texas. There's quite a few dealers that we have there out there now selling our products. You may be able to get a better pricing from them as well, because they're getting it in volume from us and they're reselling it, so they have a much more competitive pricing than we have. But if you wanted to find out more information about the hashtag printer, you can always call us toll free at 888-992-9593. Speak to one of our knowledgeable salespeople, or just visit our website, www.easyphotoboots.com. Thank you.